Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Unpassive Weekly Chat with Engineer Michael Jongtambia. I just okay. Sorry about that. Welcome, our viewers. We just want to say thank you for always being here and pushing us to bring all these details about our Unpassive company to you. Welcome again to the weekly chat with Engineer Michael Jongtambia. Today's edition or session number 114. So every day in All Passive is an exciting day. Today we had another exciting one with our CEO coming us out here and blessing us with some good news in our environment, which is we've been waiting for, and it will just help us to forge forward and push us very far, and we will go. He says you must be in it before you can win. So every day we come here, we are still bringing people, telling people to join us because we need many more people to get into this movement. Let's change the world. So we'll be helping to change the world, eradicate poverty, and uplift humanity. So I just want my so we just want to say thank you to everybody, all our listeners, all our supporters who are here. We are so excited because our payment processor is going on again. We started using our cards. I just activated some more accounts today. Yay! So with all that going, I have also prepared this step-by-step slide that I've already distributed to people. If you are interested, you can check on me or check with all the other leaders that we have on here. They will just contact me. They'll share it with you because everybody has it. I think so. Yeah, everybody here has it. So welcome everybody again. Today we are having a full house. Our two sisters, they were not feeling fine, but today they are here with us, Listra and Engineer Bridget Kamsi. So I will start by introducing our host for tonight. Then I will leave it to our able moderator who knows how to do the job. I'm not a moderator, so I don't know how to do that. Now, we are getting the first one. First person we have up there is Queen Sister Engineer Bridget Kamsi. Welcome, sis. We will be missing you. Welcome back today on board. And next to her, we have our beautiful sister, Queen, the Queen of and the wife to Unpassive, Queen Dr. Benny Benson Tinglet. Hello, Doc. Welcome from Chevy Chase, Maryland. And down we have our sister, Listra, my Canadian sister. We miss you and welcome. We thank God that you have been healed, Queen Sister Listra. Welcome today again. And my own Naka Awili from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Welcome, Queen Sister Naka. We love you so much. Thank you for joining us again today. And our able moderator, she is joining us very far away from Liberia today again. Okay. She is very far somewhere in Africa. It's sleeping time for her, but she can't wait to join us. That's in Liberia. Wow. If you know, in Africa time now is AMs, right? That should be like getting to 4 a.m. or so, right?
Wow.
Oh my Jesus. Thank you, my sister. I mean, the sacrifice that you and all of us we are getting in putting efforts to get people get into the unpassive world is a big thing for us. We really appreciate all of you. So I just want to say now, I'm handing over to our able moderator for tonight, Mama Debbie McCormick, our queen sister, Mama Debbie McCormick. Dr. Pat is not with us tonight. She, Mama Ivy, Jennifer Dickinson. We say welcome to all of them, and they will definitely join us Dr. Pat has a wedding. Her daughter is wedding tomorrow, so she can't miss. She needs to be there. Mom needs to be there with that. So thank you, everybody. I'm handing it over to you, Mama Debbie. Go ahead. I'm done.
Wow. Good evening, greetings. Welcome to session 114. Thank you so much, Brother Engineer Mike OJONGTAMBIA. We are so honored that you give us this opportunity to share with you on this platform every Monday and Friday. And to our special topic, Series 114, our special guest is none other than Brother Vital Smart, that I've known for a couple of years now. He's always smiling. He's always willing, available, and ready to share with us, regardless of what's going on in anyone's life. Brother Vital, we welcome you. And we know the topic he's going to talk about is how will O Bless transform humanity? But before we hear about what he has to share, do we know who he is? Some of us may, and some of us may not. Brother Vital is a wonderful person. He is from Jamaica, but he lives in Florida in the US. He has a graduate degree from Fordham University, Graduate School of Social Work. He also has a bachelor's from Iona University and a teaching certificate from Michael University College, Jamaica, and a teaching certificate from the University of the West Indies in Jamaica. What does that tell us? We have several teachers in our unpassive family. He also is a wonderful brother, uncle, dad, and all of the above and more. He's from a family of 14 children. That's why he's always blessing us with his generosity and his time. And those 14 children are from one mother, 7 boys, and 7 girls. The reason why I'm sharing this little background with you is to help you to understand what sort of a person we have that has dedicated to share with us. He is a family person and has 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl, and he's also a grandfather of 4 children. Brother Vital has an extensive background, 35 plus years, and his expertise is in the areas of business ownership, management, sales, marketing, branding, patenting, private labeling, consulting, and pioneering. He has worked in various sectors. And if we have to go through his 35 years of experience, I bet you that will take the entire session today. So to save you the trouble, I will just say, the little I've shared about you, you should be curious to know what he has to share with us. He is a wonderful person. He has a heart for generosity and has also run a lot of non-for-profit organizations, which is the heart of O Bless in Unpassive. So without further ado, please let's welcome with open arms our one and only Brother Vital Smart, who is going to share with us tonight how O Bless is going to transform humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Over to you, our special guest for the night. We truly appreciate you. The microphone is yours.
Oh yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sister Debbie. For a minute there, I didn't know who you were talking about, but thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. I would like to say thank you to the Almighty Father for who may enabled me to wake up today to see another day. And say thank you to our CEO, Mr. Ashmafari, who gave us that wonderful announcement today. And I tested it and it's working like a charm. So we're ready to go. I want to thank he and his staff in Hyderabad and his family for having given us this positive impact on this wonderful company and passive. And just to let you know that I'm here with you 100%, Mr. Ash, and in my prayers, both in my prayers and physically. I want to say also acknowledgement to my lovely sister Vinette, who invited me into this wonderful company and passive to become a recipient of this AI business designed to lift up humanity and make the world a better place. And say love and gratitude go to also to Engineer Mike for inviting me to participate in this wonderful forum. You're my younger brother that I continue to learn from. You have always shown me love, kindness, patience, and respect whenever I call you. Respect also going out to all the panelists on this forum, and my friends, Debbie, and all the rest of the panelists. Finally, love and blessing to the wonderful woman who gave birth to me years ago. My dear mom, who recently transitioned, leaving a legacy of not only 15 children, but 45 grandchildren and 91 great-great-grandchildren. And 91 great-grandchildren and 16 great-great-grandchildren. And I say thank you, Mom, for molding me in and inspiring me into being the benevolent person that I am today. Gone but not forgotten. May your soul rest in eternal peace. And so today I'm here to address the topic, what can OBLESS do for humanity? I want to say this is a topic that is very near and dear to my heart. And what a wonderful and blessed topic this is for me. Ever since I became a proud brand ambassador in December of 2020, I've had my attention totally focused on OBLESS. That's where my passion lies, and as we embark on this mission given to us by Mr. Mafar. So before I can address this topic, here's a big question that needs to be answered. Exactly what is OBLESS? And here's a second question. Exactly what OBLESS is not. So let me deal with the first one first. OBLESS is a non-profitable platform that helps to raise funds globally. OBLESS is a philanthropic platform that helps you connect causes that matters to you with the right people to support and realize them. OBLESS is a platform that offers the crusading gateway to people who want to make a difference in the world. OBLESS is a platform that connects people seeking financial assistance to people who are capable of and willing to give. OBLESS to me is like a rainbow with many colors, which signifies unity, uniting the world, joining hands together. That's what it means to me. Rainbow is a symbol of hope. in many cultures of the world. In the Christian culture, for those of us who are Christians, it's a symbol that promises better time to come. It promises hope, love, and togetherness, connecting people of all races, all cultures, all religions together to transform the world and make it a better place. So the next time you see a beautiful rainbow in the sky, think of it as Obless, that is here to rescue and transform and make the world a better place. Obless is also joining hands and heart together to care for the less fortunate. And how do we do that? First, we rescue first, then we feed for survival, then we uplift, then we educate to develop a different mindset, then we train, then we make the world a better place. And the Oblast philosophy I want to enunciate to you today is it's not just to offer handouts, but also to teach humanity to become more self-reliant. While I was doing this research, I visited a food bank in my community here in Orlando, Florida, where I live, which is the original home of Unpassive. And there's a food bank here that is a wonderful place to visit. It's called the Second Harvest Food Bank. And this food bank is like no other one. It is designed to help people who are hungry, people who are starving, people who need help. And because I'm from the food industry, that one garnished my attention. But in every community, there is always a food bank. So, there may be one close to where you live. Obless is not a 501c3 operation. It's not. So our main objective is to lift up humanity and to teach and help people how to be more self-reliant. Some of us may be aware of the expression that was first used in the 1800s by a lady British writer by the name of Annie Isabel Ritchie. And she said, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And that's what Oblast is all about. We need to show up. We need to lift up, lifting up people from the doldrums, feed them and put them back on their feet. And that's how we do it in Unpassive. So, exactly what Oblast is not. Oblast is not a crowdfunding company like GoFundMe. Oblast is not, as I said before, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Oblast is not a company where handouts are permanently dished out. So what do? We search and rescue. We feed for survival. We educate and uplift. And we do so not only to rescue individuals, we rescue our whole communities. We can rescue our entire country as well. We feed with love also. We feed with care. We feed with food. We feed with compassion. We feed with hope. And we educate by teaching how to fish and become more self-reliant. So as one who has been involved in the food industry for a long time, several years, my first focus is for Obless would be to rescue humanity from the perils of hunger and starvation. So here's the question. What's the root cause of hunger? What is the root cause of hunger? Just simply put, the planet produces enough food to feed the entire world. Yet, more than 3 billion people can't find food to eat, can't find healthy food to eat. And so the question is, why? 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 And the answer can be found here is simple. Number one is because of poverty. Number two, inequity. Number three, wars and conflicts. Number four, and this is a big one now, which is affecting humanity, is climate change. Number five, corrupt government. And number six, poor healthcare system. These are some of the inequities that Obless is here to obliterate, hence leveling the playing field and make the world a better place. But because I'm from I'm limited to the amount of time I have, I just want to address two of these answers. I want to address poverty, which is also joined with starvation and hunger, and I want to address climate change. So we speak about starvation and poverty. Obless, let's try to minimize poverty. Let us look at it and ask the question, exactly what is poverty? Simply put, poverty is, as used in this context, is about not having enough money to meet each basic needs, including food, clothing, and shelter. Poverty is like a contagious disease that spreads like into hunger, spread into starvation, and that's what I call the trifecta disease. Poverty first, which leads to hunger, which leads to starvation, which leads to deprivation. According to the United Nations, in the period of the time when people go for entire days without eating due to lack of money, access to food or other resources, that's what hunger is all about. The distress association with hunger is for people to be malnourished or eating fewer than 1,800 calories per day. So somewhere in the world right now, there's a country of Somalia in Africa, where over 6 million people will go to bed hungry. 6 million people will go to bed hungry right now. And Obless is here to fix that problem. Over 826 million people are affected by hunger, was affected by hunger in 2021, which is 46 million more than in 2020, and 150 million more than in 2019. So it is climbing astronomically every year. And who does it affect mostly? Now, One thing you got to understand is that hunger does discriminate. And when I say it does discriminate, here's what I mean. It only affects certain people. People living in poverty. Affects young children. It affects women mostly. The most marginalized it affects. People in conflicts and wars. Refugees and displaced people like what's going on now in the Middle East. These are the people that hunger really go after. These are the people who are mainly affected by hunger. In 2021, 19.8% of the world population were affected. So let's take a look at the gender gap statistically. In 2021, 31.9% of women were moderately or severely food insecure, meaning that they didn't have enough food to eat. So it affects women, as I said before. Within the same period, 27.6% of men were moderately or severely affected. And this is information coming straight from the United Nations 2021 report. And so, according to let's look at the another problem that we have here, and it's climate change. According to the World Bank, climate change could force an additional 100 million people into extreme poverty over the next decade if urgent action is not taken, particularly on the part of high-income countries, to resolve the problem. Somewhere in the world right now, people are suffering from the effects of climate change. Right now. Places like South Sudan or Somalia, where 43,000 people died last year from lack of rainfall and drought. More than half of them were children under 5 years old. After the drought, they come down with, there's also flash flood after the drought. Dangerous outbreak of cholera after the drought. This is all due to climate change. And OBLES is here to help fixing these problems. So let's look at some of the poorest countries in the world. Most of them, ironically, are found on the richest continent in the world. The top poorest countries in the world: South Sudan, Burundi, Central African Republic, Somalia, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Mozambique, Niger, Malawi. Now, when you look at all these countries and see how these people suffer every day because of lack of food and climate change, this is where OBLES is going to be very impactful. But in every country, there are problems. Right here in the United States where we live, we have problems. People are homeless, sleeping on the street. People are starving. That's the reason why we have food banks. And so, what do we do as brand ambassadors of Unpassive to help these problems, people with these problems? You know, we can lend a helping hand. We will be lending a helping hand. We can sponsor an orphan. We can become volunteers. We can help to tackle climate change. We can eradicate through education, end to conflicts and corruption, cash flow poverty. Now, when we speak about eradicate through education, and I spoke to you about the Second Harvest Food Bank here in Orlando, Florida. There are recipients at the food bank that the food bank turn around and help these people to set up a school to train them how to be culinary chefs and train them. They have a 16-week training course going on with them, free of cost. And they train them, they graduate with a certificate, and then they put them to work by allowing them to companies to come in and interview them and hiring them. Some of them are hired by Universal Studios right here in Orlando. Some of them are hired by Walt Disney World right here in Orlando. Some of them are hired by Public Supermarket, one of the biggest chain in Florida. And so this is how we teach them how to fish. So these people are no longer recipients of food from the food bank. They turn around now and some of them set up business, their own restaurants. And so this is what All Bless is all about. That's why when I visited this particular location I had a talk with one of the executives there, and he gave me a tour of the building. And I see exactly what's going on. And I said, man, there's a food bank in every city in this country. Let's take a look at them. But one of the things that we need to pay attention to is being disciplined. Now, we cannot be an advocate of helping the less fortunate unless we have a different mindset. We have a different discipline. Discipline is one of the most important things for achieving success. Lack of discipline will cause failure in almost everything we do all the time. Lack of discipline. And so I'm here to tell you that with Obless, with all the brand ambassadors that are in 1.4 million of us, we can make a difference in people's lives. And that's what we are here to do. And that's what Mr. Ash Mafari, our CEO, is what he commissioned us to do. And I think that we have to sit back and evaluate all these problems that are going on in the Middle East right now, all these problems, these conflicts, these wars. I think we will be able to have an impact and put in a halt on these wars and bring humanity, make people's lives better and make the world a better place. So, just the gist of it, I could go on and on with more time, but I just want to say that thank you very much for listening. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Lots of love and blessing, and God bless. Thank you.
Wow, Brother Vital. Deep dive, I would say you nailed it. Because I know your topic, you normally will require a minimum of 1 hour. And you really summarize it and to the core point. To the core of what you had to share. Thank you. Thank you very much, because I was just reading something today and you touched on it. And what I was reading today was something related to an assignment I was doing. And I noticed that I used to collect maybe it was out of my curiosity when I was doing economics in my teenage years, trying to put together what was happening globally. And recently I decided to collect all the Human Development Index reports by the UN. I had some of them and I stopped doing that. And I went through it today trying to see how I can get the hard copies. And when I was going through that, I discovered that Somalia, out of the 54 countries in the continent of Africa, is the top poorest human development index listed by the United Nations. And they are at the 0.385% of the rest of the world. So the global south is really suffering and struggling. And based on what you've just said, if Oblast and all of us, 1.4 million who are in on passive, follow through and do what we have to do to transform our CEO's dream, we're going to help in eradicating poverty through education. And you said all of that. Thank you so much. And why should we have the HDI so low in areas that have the largest minerals deposited in the world? I don't have the answer to that.
The richest continent in the world is the poorest continent in the world.
That's exactly what you said. Why should we be like that? You have 1% of the population that have, and they just squander everything in excess, and then the 99% that have the deposits do not benefit from it. So Oblast, as you rightfully say, is the key to change all of that narrative. So that being said, I'm going to pass it over to our panelists and just give everyone the opportunity to share their observation with you. And I will say maybe, yes, I'll come back to Engineer Mike. Let's start with Sister Engineer Bridget, please. What are of your views from Brother Vital's presentation? Engineer Bridget.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sister Debbie, for giving me the opportunity. Wow, Brother Vital, if I was sick, I think I probably would have come out of my bed just to hear you talk. I'm so happy I'm here today, and I haven't been on this panel for quite some time, and I'm glad I was able to make it today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You couldn't even say better. You said everything. Yes, of course. I can just reiterate what you just said, Sister Debbie. The continent with everything that the world needs is the poorest. What an irony, you know? It's very unfortunate that it has to be that way. But I am so happy that there's somebody in the name of Mr. Ashmufara who had a dream and was very persistent and kept to his dream and never let it go. And because of him, we will change that equation. So I know with a conviction that through Oblast, we will make a difference. What is going on right now will not go on for quite some time. It's going to change. So that's my own little contribution. So thank you, brother. He said everything. So we have some. Africa is a land that is so rich, both agricultural, mineral, everything, but yet we are the poorest part of the world. It does not make sense, right? So with OBLESS, things are going to be different. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Bridget. We appreciate having you today. Welcome back. We're glad to have you with us, and we look forward to having you again, as always. Brother Vital, you have any comments before we move forward on Engineer Bridget's?
Yes, I just want to say, when this topic, when I've done research in the area of where OBLESS can be very, very effective, it's very emotional sometimes just doing it and see the suffering that is going on in areas of the world. And my mom, when we're being brought up as kids, she taught us. She was the first person that really educated us how to be a good humanitarian. I usually see my mom feed all the kids in the neighborhood. Sometimes we, as kids growing up, didn't know what she was doing, but we would get angry because we get less food when she's doing that. But mom would never, sometimes she share and she doesn't have anything for herself. And so we have to turn around and give her a portion of our food. And so when you look around and see, that's how we were taught growing up, how to share and how to be, how to love and how to care. looking at what's taking place right now, I'm laser focused on this, and I think that other people as well, even without they are making any money from Unpassive as yet, people are still doing things. We can still do things. I've sent books to Jamaica for to give away for school openings. Children who can afford it. So we don't have to wait on the and our blessing from Unpassive to do things. It doesn't matter how small it is. So I would say, Sister Bridget, we are in this fight together. We are in this mission together to help and obliterate poverty and starvation and root out all these corrupt governments and make healthcare better. I know, Sister Debbie, you and I talk about putting water in your community. I mean, some of these communities are totally devastated by climate change and lack of clean water there. And so we can do things, because somewhere in the world right now, there are kids who are drinking dirty water right now. And so OBLESS can make a difference. Somewhere in the world right now, there are kids going to bed hunger. So somewhere in the world right now, there are kids starving. And it doesn't have to be in the Caribbean, in Europe, in Africa, in Australia, in India, in Pakistan. Somewhere in the world right now, these things are taking place. And so with us spreading ourselves all over the world, 1.4 million soldiers in the army, we think we can make a difference.
Thank you, Brother Vital. Very much appreciate your feedback from Engineer Bridget's presentation. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move to our next panelist, Sister Listra. The microphone is yours, sis.
Hello again, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
yeah, I'm hearing you, yes.
Okay, wonderful. Vital Smart, thank you so much for all you shared. I've heard you speak before, but what you've shared tonight will help so many people understand what OBLESS is all about. and what Obless can do for the world, for humanity. I mean, that statement, the richest continent is also the poorest. That is something that is so incredibly unbelievable. You know, it's unbelievable that someone, you, and I'm sure a lot of other people can say that. And it's sad. It's really very sad that a continent that is so rich can be so poor. And why? Why is that happening? That is a big question, and we all know it. I won't go into it now. We know why it's happening, we know how it's allowed to happen. But anyway, oh, bless is here. Okay. Oh, bless. Well, it's not actually here right now, but it's coming. And oh, bless will make such a difference to everything you shared tonight. Oh, bless is going to make a big difference. We all know it already because we've seen that earthquake in Syria and Egypt, and how oh, bless stepped up there with hundreds of people. Our COO was there, our CMO was there, Dr. Susan was there, along with all the volunteers helping, feeding, giving out clothes, water, everything that they needed. That is what Oh Bless is all about. They've also been to India. We saw that, handing out food as well. Nothing will be able to compare with Oh Bless when it's fully launched and out there. Because our CEO, this is what he wants to do. This is his heart. And with all of us who have the capabilities to help, we will be there right along with everyone, helping, giving, whatever, in whatever way we can. And that is what On Passive's Oh Bless is all about. We just cannot not help. We have to be there. We have to be helping all those in need. And yes, I heard you say that Oh Bless is near and dear to your heart. It is to mine as well. I've always said that, especially helping the children. The children, they are my passion. They are the ones that I am so concerned about feeding, clothing, educating, because all of that will make a difference in their lives. Once they get the help they need, they can then move on and help others. And we know they will because we're seeing it now. We're seeing that those who were in orphanages and so on, they grew up in there, they are now helping the children. I see it all the time, and that warms my heart. So, Oh Bless is going to rock the world. Be prepared, world. I hope everyone's listening out there will take the time to go to onpassive.com and read about what is happening in this company and what this company is all about. And with that, I will say thank you, Ms. McCormick. Right back to you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Sister Listra. I'm not even going to attempt to summarize what you said because it was so explanatory and so clear. And I know that Brother Vital got what you shared. But I'll give him the final word later. I would like to see if to I would like for us to hear from Sister Nadu, and two others, and then we'll give a final word to Brother Vital. Sister
Who
Nadu,
again? Who?
Brother Vital, go
Who?
ahead.
Mama Debbie.
Yes, Daddy.
Who again do you want to hear from?
From you,
No. And who again?
Dr. Benny,
And who again?
Queen Nadu,
Check again. Who is that again?
Nadu, yourself, Benny, and
Naka.
That's not
Naka.
Nadu.
oh, Queen Naka.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's been a long time. She didn't see me. That's why.
Oh, Queen Naka Amali.
Well, you have to forgive her. There's jet lag in that. So
Oh yeah. She
And
is forgiven
it's almost
already.
3 a.m. Okay, it's almost 3 a.m. So
I know. I've been there. I couldn't do like you, right?
thank you, Engineer Mike. Over to you, Queen Naka.
Wow, you're so brave. Thank you, Queen Debbie. That's so nice of you to be at this time with us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Engineer Mike, for this panel. And I just want to say thank you to Brother King Vito. Wow, that was awesome. Brilliant presentation. Thank you so much. He really touched all the points of Oblast. I think I don't really have anything to say, and I just want to thank you for all the details. I really what really touched me in everything he said Oblast, it's like rainbow. It's connecting all races, religion. We know what is going on in other parts of the world because people are not together fighting. So this Oblast will put us together so that we can be in unity. He talked about unity. It's so important that this company put us together so that we can lift humanity together. No fight, This is love, a company with big heart. So we know that our CEO Ash Mufare, his goal is to finish somebody Mother Teresa's work. She wanted to eradicate poverty. And here we are with Oblast. I think together in unity, we can really do that. I saw that Brother Vital is already, is already in many programs helping needy. So people who are in need. I heard about what do you call it? Food bank. So in Africa, we don't have this kind of program. I just want to know, I just want Brother Vital to tell us how do you see this program work in Africa? Thank you so much.
Do you want me to? Can I respond right now?
Yes, please.
I don't know. Over to you, Debbie. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Queen Naka. Brother Vital, please proceed and respond to her.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, when I visited the Second Harvest Food Bank, and I was given a tour of that building, I also took a video which allowed me to, to shoot, which I was very grateful for. I have some questions that I asked the gentleman who gave me the tour. I said, how do we transform all these things all over the world? And in every state in the United States, there are several food banks, several food banks. I know it's for us to get together now and figure out how we can connect these to different countries in the world. How we can have another program that I'm doing about how to store preserve food so we can ship them to faraway places without any spoilage. And that's for another program. That's for another presentation. So you may not have. I don't know if you don't have those, but in Jamaica, for example, where I'm from, on a smaller scale, there are food banks there where people go out in the community and take care of the homeless and the hunger. And some of them are privately subsidized, and I would say most of them are privately subsidized. Government hardly does anything for anybody most of the time. So we can look how to really export all these ideas to different countries in the world. Africa, for example, where you're from, we can look how to coordinate these, and I'm sure this I could get the CEO for this food bank to even come on this program one day and talk about it, because he's the reason why I'm so much in love with that particular program is that every 90 cents 90 cents of every dollar that you donate to the food bank goes towards the cause. 90 cents. Now, there's not a lot of these organizations where they can brag about that. He can show you documents that 90 cents of every dollar that is devoted to the food bank, is donated to the food bank, goes towards the cause. And they prefer money because they can get products to buy a lot cheaper than we can. So they prefer when you donate money so that they can go out and you have big corporations like Walt Disney World right here in Orlando that support the food bank. Universal Studios, public supermarket, they donate to the food bank on a regular basis. So it's just for us to get these ideas and come together as one, as a rainbow coalition, and export them to other countries where we can all benefit from them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Queen Naka,
Yes.
you have something else to add, please? Oh, you're good.
Oh, I think I'm good. Thank you so much. I'll let Dr. Benny.
Mama Debbie.
Yes, Daddy.
Please, before you go to Dr. Smile, if you look on the chart, you will see that the person who brought our brother to Unpassive, okay, is right here.
His sister.
Yes, the sister.
Queen Vinette.
Yes, Sister Vinette. Queen Vinette is very active on the chat. If you see what she's telling us, it's a lot of wisdom. She's sharing with us a lot there.
Yes.
We just want to tell you, Sister Vinette, that we cannot go without thanking you and to tell you a big thumbs up for come to support your big brother. Thank you very much. And she look at the writing. You want to read what she just put that one?
Yes, children are my are my passion as well. My sister. My heart goes out to them. And guess who she is to Brother Vital? She is not just his sister, but also his blesser. He's,
Wow.
she's the one who introduced on passive to Brother Vital. So,
Wow.
Queen Jeanette, thank you so much for not hoarding knowledge to yourself, but sharing not only with your brother, but all the loved ones around you. And thank you for everything you do. You continue to support wherever each and every one of us go. Queen Vinette, you are a rock, one of the 7 girls in your family, and Brother Vital is one of the 7 boys of your family. You're all blessed to be together. Thank you for your continuous support. Thank you. We're so honored that you're sharing your brother with us tonight. Your mom will be so proud of you that even though she's no longer here a couple of months later, you're still supporting. And this is the love of your parents that you're sharing with us here. We truly appreciate that. It's not easy to find even 2, 3 children from the same family, they don't talk to one another. But of the 14 of you, you're all sticking together. Your mom did something really, really good that
Yes.
every mother should emulate. So thank you to the both of you and to your parents as well. I give them credit. All right, Brother Vital. We're going to move now to our next panelist, Queen Sister Dr. Benny.
Oh, Queen, thank you. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie, for giving me this opportunity. Are you telling me that they have 14 siblings? That's one mommy, 14.
One mommy, one papa.
Shay, Jesus Christ.
Unnatural birth.
Aye, aye.
No, no C-section.
Huh?
C-section.
Natural, natural. Hey, I need to see a mother. Oh, sorry. She's gone. Anyway, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, all over the globe. I want to thank each and everyone coming here. I want to thank our brothers and sisters, queens and kings on this panel, and those on the chat. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Queen Bennett, for supporting your brother. I know it's not easy. Wow.
It's very easy.
Wow. Well, your mother did something good. Oh, your parents. So that is good. Brother Vitel, before I proceed, I want to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing you and I, all of us together here. Most importantly, for bringing someone to us, someone who loves you and I, someone who decided to share his vision to us, despite the fact that I always say we have 8.8 billion plus humans on earth. Some of them refuse to join on passive. They refuse. But time will come, they will say, oh, had I known. But this particular man, our brother, said he is not going to just sit and become a trillionaire. He said he wanted to share this opportunity to you and I. And I'm so happy that you guys decided to join Passive. Brother Vitel, I would say astonishing presentation. I believe All Bless is yours, and All Bless will continue to be yours. I notice the love that you have for All Bless as well as your entire family. The Lord is going to continue to bless your mommy. I can see the love that you have for her. She is watching over you. Her spirit, anyway, is watching over you. All of you guys. So, Brother Vitel, you said something. I was shocked while looking, just like I know that you did your research when it comes to countries that are affected by hunger. I'm seeing Nigeria. I'm really surprised, but I didn't see Cameroon. So it means that we really have food. Oh, I'm really surprised. And I do understand that in this country, in America, we do have we have that food banks in America, Australia, and Canada, and then I believe they decided to share it to Africa. But I noticed that I don't even see Cameroon there as well. And I also found out that Somalia was the most affected in 2021. But because of all this, I noticed that just you already said it about the O Bless. O Bless is going to really help our underprivileged children all over the globe. I talk about children because the children are our future, right? The children are our future. So we have to do what it takes. When oh bless, we are going to. We all know that we have 1.4 million. So if one of us, if we can just share $1 each, right, every month, it will be our children will not suffer anymore. That's the way I look at it. Our orphanage, our mothers, or should I say single mothers, they will not suffer anymore. So if you guys are willing to share this opportunity to each and everyone, that will be awesome. I will really stop here because I don't want to take too much time. But I want to thank our tech brothers and sisters for what they are doing, helping all of us. You guys know that our CEO, sometimes he doesn't sleep because he think of this our people suffering out there. He decided sometimes he will go out with his wife and the children. They will carry food, I believe, or money, something like that, and go out there to bless. So the way he think, he is different from any other CEO I have ever seen. He is the best CEO in the world because of the love that he has. And you guys know what he always said, right? Yeah, he communicate with our Heavenly Father because God, I believe God directs him what to do because he keeps saying that the force is talking to him. And we all know that he is here to correct corruption, eradicate poverty, and to uplift humanity. And he made that statement that either I do or I die. So I know that there is no other CEO that will say either I do or I die because our CEO is very strong and he doesn't care about anything. What he cares is he wants to bless each and everyone. I don't know if there is any other CEO in this world that will want to bless someone, humanity. Our CEO cares about humanity. And with all these countries that are suffering all over the globe, oh, bless, Brother Vitel. I know we are going to work under you, right? Thank you so much, Brother Vitel. And Queen Vinette, thank you for supporting your brother. I want to thank each and everyone supporting our brothers and sisters here. Thank you for the opportunity, Queen Debbie.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you so much. I know you always have to thank the Almighty, which is great. And yes, you're very right. Brother Vital's mom is looking down on them. She was in her early 90s when she transitioned. So she lived a good life, but it's difficult to let go regardless of the number. So with that being said, I know Queen Vinette says, oh, mommy, it was one mommy and one daddy. So at this stage, I'm going to call on Engineer Mike the one person who has given us this platform and makes sure every Monday and Friday we come here to learn from ourselves, and he trains us not just to learn from ourselves, but also to learn from the special guests that will come to share with us, like we listening to our special guest, Brother Vital, today. So, Engineer Mike, we thank you for being such a wonderful mentor to everyone. Regardless of the platform, you're always there. I saw you in so many places today, and then now we're back home to base. Thank you. The microphone is yours, bro. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama Debbie, Queen Mama Debbie. How can it be different that we have people like you all over the place, right? So even if I don't want to go, you have to make me to go, and I will respect that, right? We just want to appreciate you people more. You and Dr. Benny, you and Listra, and Engineer Bridget, when she is on her feet, she used to attend all those webinars as well. I just want to thank all of you. I mean, you guys do a lot. Brother Tel, you are all blessed, and all blessed is you. So I just want to appreciate you for your insight of all blessed. So if you have any other people that you work with them on the all blessed project, you can bring them. This is part 1. We can use part 2, part 3, and go further. So like we say, every time we come here, we say every person who is interested to come do a presentation, just get to us and you will come here. Bring your topic and we go. But for now, we want to take all blessed for what we all blessed do for humanity, where our brother just introduced us into it today and gave us some statistics. So you can bring your own all blessed project and present it to us, and we will ask you questions after your presentation, and we work with you to see how it's being done. If you want to do slide presentation, we can do the slides together, check them out to see if they are good enough. Then you bring it to the public. Remember, all these sessions that we're having, it's like a library that people will be referenced to, okay? Because there are not any other people that started on passive rather than us, right? So these are archives. All our YouTube channels will be archives, okay? So let's bring the birds that we can bring, and we'll leave it there to people to educate and, make them get their hands on what we're doing. Let them understand our ecosystem, okay? The unpassive ecosystem is what is coming to change the world. So the more we can talk about all of that, the more we can educate people on it, then we are fine. So just want to thank everybody for being here. Sister Vinette, I say kudos to you for coming so strong to your brother this night. Every other person that is on there, we just say thank you. And again, do not forget, the CEO specifies some things. If you want to know the insight more, okay, just contact each of the leaders who are here. I said this is a public. I cannot share it. It's our back office. I share the step-by-step procedure to how to activate using your card now. It has good stuff there. When you go there, you see how smooth it's going. Wow. It just made me get eager to just pay everything. Just go and activate all those accounts. Just get ready for business, right? Remember, the more we activate, right, the more our CEO is ready to start sending traffic to us, right? So let's get these tasks done. People who already know the steps, help other people. Let's get this done, right? That would be the biggest goal now, to have more people activate, right? Let's check to see if he wants to see how the processor is working, the new one and all of that, the new merchant and all of that. Then from there, when we have so many other people have got into the system, then he will send us traffic. Do you want to make some apples? If yes, let's do the work. What is your work? Get subscriptions, more subscriptions, and he'll be ready to work with us to take us to the next level. Remember, we are going to higher heights. And we're so excited that he came out. The details that he came today, we were so excited. I'm telling you, we cannot miss any of those sessions anymore. So right now, I will just, Mama Debbie, you want me to say something about Obless again? If I want to say about Obless, we'll go tomorrow. So how do you want me to go? How do you want me to proceed?
I was going to say we can call on Brother Vital to give his final
Okay.
word about Obless, unless
Okay.
because if we leave you, you both are teachers, and teachers never get tired training. But if you have something burning inside, please, Engineer Mike, go ahead, and then we'll call on Brother Vital to give his final word, please.
Okay. So I just want to give one thing before Brother Vital coming very fast. So if you people see you're a project manager, you know what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the CSR, the corporate social responsibility of OnPassive. This is to tell you what Obless is all about. When Obless was launched on the 30th of March, 2022, last year, okay, the day Dr. Benny got married to OnPassive, that was when OnPassive, they started the laser display on Burj Khalifa. That was when the marketing campaign was being taken to the world. Do you know what happened? We saw Obless in action, okay, in Hyderabad. We saw how the workers of OnPassive putting on OnPassive t-shirts or Obless t-shirts were on the streets, okay, sharing food to people, okay. They were sharing food to people, sharing a lot of food to people. Can you imagine? They were sharing food to people, and also like food like we saw like wheat or rice and flour and some vegetable oil and all of those things, giving it to the needy, right? But remember, every company only goes to support, or they go to do what is supposed to be done, their obligatory part, which is a corporate social responsibility, only when they have started making some income. But OnPassive, without even going to the market, our CEO is already doing that. There was this disaster in 7.5 disaster, earthquake that struck Syria and Turkey. He gave out 1 million dirham. That's a lot of money, right? So for some company that is a startup company, that our products are not even in the market, selling for us to be making income. Our CEO takes upon his social corporate responsibilities to be doing that. That's a lot. We just want to, giving him heads up. Like, I will always giving him salute, like 70 times salute at 1 minute, right? Because he is doing what no other person is doing, which comes to that conclusion to talk about our definition of OnPassive, which Mama Debbie can tell you people our own way to define OnPassive right here. I'm done, Mama Debbie. I give it back to you.
Engineer Mike, you are a blessing. And so is everyone on our panel today, and those who will be listening today. We appreciate you. We thank you. And I promise on Monday, I will start by reading Engineer Mike's version, actually his definition of what he thinks, what he believes OnPassive embodies. And those words, each one carries a heavy load on it. Tons of the weight measure I cannot justify, but deep down, if you look into it, it's very, very deep. Please stay tuned. Don't miss Monday's session, because we're going to dissect the definition of OnPassive according to Engineer Mike's eyes. Don't miss next Monday's session. With that, I'm going to call on our brother Brother Vital to give the final word of his presentation, which is, by the way, very, very, very educational to those our viewers who have missed seeing you in other platforms. Over to you, Brother Vital.
Okay, thank you very much, Queen Debbie, for your kind words, and Engineer Mike. Appreciate it very much, sir, for your invitation. I love and respect you very much. I love and respect every global ambassador so much, because we're here for this, to fight this one cause, to lift up humanity and make this world a better place. So in order to do so, we have to take a look at the rainbow. Regardless of what religion you are, what culture you're from, what race, regardless of all these things, we got to come together as one. And if we're going to make an impact on this world and make it a better place, understanding that each one teaches one. So whatever works in my culture may very well not can't work in your culture. So we share and we educate. I want you to take away one thing, which is all these children. The planet produces enough food to feed the entire world. Let me say that again. The planet produces enough food to feed the entire world. Yet, over 3 billion people can't afford to eat a healthy meal. That's sad. And on a different presentation, I would have some breakdowns for you. We have with more time, but 45% of children's deaths worldwide are due to severe hunger. 45%. So we have our work cut out for us. We need to come together as one. And you go from forum to forum and we talk about mindset all the time. But I want you to leave this forum tonight with your mindset and hopeless. Because this is how we're going to change the world and make it a better place. To bless others. Not to get the money that we're going to be making from unpassive and buy big cars and mansions and that type of stuff. So you look on those unfortunate children who are right now, as we speak, are dying because of starvation and hunger. Could be you, where you're from. Could be right here in the United States where we live. Could be right there in Canada where Engineer Mike lives. Could be right there in Somalia where so many thousands of people are dying every day from malnutrition and from hunger and starvation. Right there in Morocco, right there in Burundi and all these African countries. So I was very thankful for this invitation, and I'm very grateful that for your listening. And as we move forward, I think we need to join hands and heart together so that we can work together, because this is how we're going to be able to accomplish our goals, to work together and so that we can tackle these problems, because bless is the foundation of unpassive. This is it right here. This is the foundation of unpassive. And that's how we're going to lift up humanity and make the world a better place. I thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, Brother Vital. The final word, I sum it up to unity, progress, and more unity. Thank you. We appreciate you gracing us with your presence today. Outstanding presentation. and we look forward to having you for other series with your teams and other teams that I know you do have. Thank you for accepting the invite. All right, so that will conclude our session for today. We appreciate all our live viewers, and please, there's a challenge. Join us next Monday for Engineer Mike's interpretation of what he thinks unpassive is. That will be disclosed to you. Who missed it, you'll find out on Monday. Thanks once more. We are in it to win it, and we'll see you again.
In it to win it.
To win it.
I need to win it.
Go ahead.
Win it.